The first snowfall came earlier than anyone in Sector Ridge expected. Elias Rowan had been chopping firewood behind his cabin when he saw the blue-white flare streak across the sky. It wasn't a meteor. He had seen enough starships in his time as a ranger to recognize an emergency escape pod tearing through the atmosphere. It crashed somewhere in the northern forest. The forest that turned deadly the moment winter began. Elias grabbed his coat, a lantern, and his old pulse blade before heading into the bitter wind. The trees groaned under the weight of ice. Snow spiraled fiercely, blinding him, but he kept walking until he saw the faint glow of wreckage. Then he heard a sound, soft, desperate, and not human. He raised the lantern. A woman lay half-buried in snow beside the shattered pod, silver skin, bioluminescent freckles, and thin membranous fins along her arms that fluttered weakly. She shivered violently, breath fogging out in fragile puffs. Hey, stay with me," Elias said, kneeling beside her. Her eyes flickered open, two shimmering amethyst pools full of fear. "Sea cold," she whispered. "Too cold, my body cannot." She went limp. Elias didn't hesitate. He wrapped her in his coat and lifted her into his arms. He didn't know who she was. He didn't know where she came from. He only knew one thing. If he left her out here another minute, she would die. The cabin. By the time he carried her into his warm cabin, she was barely conscious. Her species wasn't built for cold. Her skin dimmed, her breathing slowed, her pulse almost non-existent. Elias placed her near the fire, rubbing her arms gently to warm her. Her voice was a shaky whisper. "Your warmth helps, but not enough." Her fins trembled violently, sign of hypothermic shock in her kind. He fetched blankets, wrapped her carefully, and gave her warm water. Still, she kept shaking. "What else do you need?" he asked softly. Her glowing eyes flicked up to him, full of pain. "My species is thermosensitive. We require direct body heat to recover." He froze for a moment. Direct heat. Not fire. Not blankets. Not warm drinks. Another living body. And the only one here was him. "You're saying," Elias swallowed, keeping his tone gentle, "you need to share body heat with me?" She nodded weakly. "If I do not, the cold will stop my heart by sunrise." She reached for him, her hand trembling violently. "Please." The word was barely audible. Not a demand. A quiet, terrified plea. Elias exhaled slowly and nodded. "You're safe here," he said. "I won't let you die." The bed. His cabin had only one bed, thick blankets, insulated pelts, and the warmest corner of the house. He helped her climb in carefully. She winced with every breath. When he moved to sit on the chair, she grabbed his sleeve. "You must be next to me." "Clothes. Skin absorbs heat faster." "All right," he said softly. He lay beside her, slow and respectful, keeping enough distance not to overwhelm her. But she scooted closer, shivering uncontrollably. "I need more, please don't be afraid." "I'm not," he whispered. He wrapped an arm around her, gently pulling her against his chest. She gasped softly as warmth spread through her fragile body. Her shivers slowly eased. Her breathing steadied. Her glow returned, faint but alive. "Better?" Elias asked quietly. "Yes," she whispered. Her voice no longer broke. "Much better. You saved me." Her fingers curled weakly into his shirt as if afraid he would vanish. "You won't die in my bed," he said. "Not while I'm here." She exhaled shakily, a soft, relieved sound. For the first time since he found her, her eyes closed peacefully. The morning after, when the sun rose, the storm had eased. Elias woke to a soft weight resting against him. The alien woman slept with her head on his shoulder, her glowing freckles brighter than last night. He gently loosened his arm from around her, but she stirred and whispered, "Stay, please." Her voice wasn't desperate now, just hopeful. Elias smiled. "I'm not going anywhere." She opened her eyes, studying him with surprising gentleness. "You risked yourself for someone you didn't know." "You were freezing," he said. "I couldn't just walk past." Her cheeks glowed faintly, her species' version of blushing. My name is Lyra, she murmured, of the Ilari Explorers. I'm Elias. Welcome to Sector Ridge, even if the landing wasn't ideal. She laughed weakly. Then her expression softened into something more serious. Elias, if you had not held me last night, my body would have surrendered to the cold. He brushed a loose strand of her silvery hair back. I told you, I wasn't going to let you die. Her fins fluttered gently. Would you continue to help me until my vessel is repaired? She asked quietly. I still cannot survive the nights alone. Elias nodded without hesitation. As long as you need me. Lyra's glow brightened again. And must we also continue sharing your bed? He gave a small, warm smile. If that keeps you alive, Lyra, then yes. She looked down shyly. But what if it keeps me warm, even when I'm no longer cold? Elias said nothing at first. Then he gently took her hand. Then we'll figure that out together. Outside, the snow kept falling softly. But inside the cabin, warmth grew stronger than winter.